Today I have 5 garden DIYs. Today's video is part of the Garden Girls Outdoor Living collaboration hosted by Shabby Meets Bling and Statement Designs. All right, let's get into it. Garden project number 1 is this old vintage teapot right here. I filled it with dirt. I didn't even clean this, but I filled it with dirt because it's going to get dirty anyways. And then I collected some hostas that I had growing in my yard that needed to be split up anyways. And I planted this little teapot with the hostas. Now on to garden DIY number 2. I'm not even really sure what this is. I think it's like a bathroom thing. I don't know. Well, I took it, I filled it with some dirt, and then I went and grabbed some succulents from one of my succulent planters and planted those in there, just stuck a few of them in there. My favorite thing about these little chicks and hens is they don't die very easily. Like, I can't kill them. So they grow pretty well for me. Then I took it to another area of my yard and I filled it with some little pea stones that were just laying there and covered the dirt with all the little pea stones. And that was a super easy DIY project number 2. Let's head on to DIY project number 3, which is this old metal planter. I picked this up at an estate sale and it was really chippy and needed a refresh. I removed that dirt bucket and then with a wire brush I went at it and got off as much of that old chippy paint as I possibly could. And then I took her to the hose and sprayed her down, gave her a bath, got off some of the dirt and debris to get it ready for painting. I let it dry thoroughly overnight before I started my painting. I have this old latex paint mixture. It's many different colors that I've just kind of mixed up over the years. And I'm taking the paint and I'm kind of tapping it all over this vintage planter. I'm not worried about perfection. I'm just tapping it on there. It's still kind of chippy and it's going to look textured, and I'm okay with that. It's an old planter and it's not going to be perfect. While it was still wet, I added in some of this peacock color and tapped that into the wet paint to kind of blend it and give it some depth within the colors. And where some of that peacock color paint was just too bright for me, I did go in and mix in some of my original first coat of paint and just continued to tap the paint all over and create that kind of blended look. It's not a solid color. I let that to dry and then I planted that little pot that was in there. I'm using some more hostas that I gathered up from my yard. I used about 3 of them so it looks nice and full. I then sprayed it with some lacquer to prolong the life of the paint because this is an outdoor piece and I want to make sure it's going to be more durable. Added the little planter and this one is done. On to DIY project number 4. This is an old medicine cabinet. I'm going to clean it first, just taking the hose and spraying it down. I'm not too concerned. I'm just getting as much dirt off as I can. Then I'm going to use that same peacock color paint and that paint concoction, and I'm going to paint a couple of good coats all over the piece. Again, I'm not worried about perfection. I'm gonna give this piece kind of like a distressed look. And there is that cute little bear there in the middle, and I'm trying not to cover that up, but I mean, he does get covered up for the most part, so that's a little sad. I definitely am not loving it at this point, but I have some ideas. I'm going to take some DIY paint in the color called Monet's Garden and then some home decor brand chalk paint in the color called Java. And this a really pretty stencil. It kind of reminds me of like a sunburst or something like that. I'm going to mix the two colors together and just loosely tap the paint on to this stencil. I'm not worried about bleed through. I'm not worried about perfection. I'm just having fun. And I just added them randomly all over the medicine cabinet. Then using some Waverly chalk paint in the color called Cashew, I just randomly painted some circly shaped patches all over. I'm going to be doing some decoupaging, so I wanted the areas where I'm going to be adding my decoupage white, so that way my image will just pop when I apply it. These little flowers were 3-ply napkins, and I separated the 2 plies from the 3rd ply with the image of this flower on it, and then I cut the flower out. Then I'm using some Mod Podge thinned down with a little bit of water to apply the flowers. I'm doing it over top of those little white patches that I painted all over the place, and it just makes those vibrant colors just pop on the flowers. Once I get all of my flowers applied, I'm then going to go back in with some of that cashew color paint and the tip of my angle brush and just kind of tap around the edges of the white circular areas, patchy areas, just to kind of soften them a little bit and kind of make them blend into that decoupaged image. I then sprayed it with some lacquer to seal everything, and then I filled it with some dirt. I'm going to plant it, use it as a planter. And once I get the dirt in there, I'm going to put this Russian sage in there and water the plant. I think this was my favorite upcycle of them all. I was really surprised at how cute this one had turned out. Beauty shots will be at the end. My 5th and final DIY is this little bench right here. It's super cute. It's shaped like a violin or something like that. I'm going to clean it really good first, spray it down with the hose, and I'll wipe it because it's extremely dirty. Once it was clean and dry, I gave it a scuff sand with a low grit sandpaper. I believed I used an 80 grit just on the top area, just scuffed it up and got it prepped and ready to paint. Again, using that Waverly chalk paint in the color called Cashew, I'm just going to paint that top surface. And I want kind of a imperfect look, so I'm doing a little bit of dry brushing and I'm leaving some of that wood peeking through. Then with those same napkins that I used on the medicine cabinet, I'm going to separate the 2-ply from the 3rd-ply to get to that flower print on the napkin. Then I'm going to cut them out and then I will apply them onto this little footstool. I'll just kind of randomly with some Mod Podge. I do like to water it down a little bit and it just makes it a little less thick and easier to apply. Off camera, if there were any areas of the napkin that overhanged or overlapped, I just used a piece of sandpaper and I gently removed the excess napkin from those areas. Once all of my napkins were applied, I took some of that cashew color and I went in with the tip of my paintbrush and tapped into the paper so that way I could remove some of that white from the napkin and blend those flowers into the base color. Lastly, to seal everything, I used some spray lacquer all over the top of the surface. Let's have a look at some of the beauty shots. Let me know which one is your favorite. The medicine cabinet, like I said, it really surprised me. I absolutely adore how that one turned out. Please remember to watch the playlist of all of the participants who will be joining this collaboration. There is bound to be a ton of inspiring garden DIYs. Please remember to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, comment, and like the video. Don't forget to check out Dawn from Shabby Meets Bling and Lavon from Statement Designs. Their channel links will be down in the description box and the playlist will be also as well as on the end screen. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day and I hope you feel inspired. See you all on the next one. Bye.